Welcome to the Pariksha Academy. Today's topic is onset, withdrawal and break of monsoon. Onset, withdrawal and break phase of the monsoon. Monsoon onset marks the beginning of the rainy season associated with the southwest monsoon in India. It does not merely mean the occurrence of the first rainfall, but the establishment of sustained and widespread monsoonal rainfall over a region. During April and May, the Indian subcontinent heats up rapidly. A low-pressure area develops over northwestern India and adjoining regions, while relatively higher pressure persists over the southern Indian Ocean. With increasing summer heating, the intertropical convergence zone shifts northward. Its northward position over the Indian region is associated with the development of the monsoon trough and helps draw air from the southern hemisphere towards the Indian subcontinent. The southeast trade winds of the southern hemisphere cross the equator and, under the influence of the Coriolis force, turn towards the right. They enter the Indian region as southwesterly winds. A strong low-level airflow develops near eastern Africa, known as the Somali jet. It plays an important role in transporting large quantities of moisture from the Arabian Sea towards India. Changes in upper atmospheric circulation are also associated with monsoon onset. The subtropical westerly jet shifts to the north of the Himalayas, while the establishment of the tropical easterly jet over peninsular India is associated with the summer monsoon circulation. The southwest monsoon normally begins advancing over the Andaman and Nicobar Islands and the southeastern Bay of Bengal around the third week of May. The normal onset of the southwest monsoon over the Indian mainland occurs over Kerala around 1 June. The actual date may be earlier or later depending upon atmospheric and oceanic conditions in a particular year. The declaration of monsoon onset over Kerala is not based merely on rainfall recorded on a single day. The spatial distribution and persistence of rainfall, depth of westerly winds and satellite-based outgoing long-wave radiation conditions are also considered. The sudden strengthening of monsoonal rainfall over Kerala after the hot pre-monsoon season is commonly called the burst of the monsoon. It represents a marked transition from relatively hot and dry conditions to widespread monsoonal rainfall. After reaching Kerala, the monsoon advances rapidly towards other parts of India. Its progression is not uniform. It may advance rapidly for a few days and then temporarily stagnate. The southwest monsoon circulation over India is generally understood in terms of two major branches, the Arabian Sea branch and the Bay of Bengal branch. The Arabian Sea branch reaches the western coast of India. Moist winds are forced to ascend along the western Ghats, producing heavy orographic rainfall over the western coast and windward slopes. A part of the Arabian Sea branch advances towards the interior of peninsular India, while another component moves towards western and northwestern India. The Bay of Bengal branch carries abundant moisture towards northeastern India. Orographic conditions in Meghalaya and adjoining regions can produce exceptionally heavy rainfall. After reaching northeastern India, an important component of the Bay of Bengal branch turns westward and advances along the Ganga plain, broadly parallel to the Himalayan ranges. Under the combined influence of the Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal branches, monsoonal rainfall expands from southern, eastern and central India towards northern and northwestern India during June. Under normal conditions, the southwest monsoon covers the entire country by about 8 July. Its actual progress in an individual year may be faster or slower. The date of monsoon onset and the total seasonal rainfall should not be treated as the same phenomenon. An early onset over a region does not necessarily mean that it will receive above normal rainfall during the entire season. During an active monsoon phase, the monsoon trough may remain near its normal position or shift southward. Low-pressure areas and depressions originating over the Bay of Bengal can then carry substantial rainfall into the interior of the country. Monsoonal rainfall does not occur with uniform intensity throughout the 4-month season. Periods of widespread and intense rainfall alternate with periods when rainfall declines sharply. These variations produce active and break phases of the monsoon. A monsoon break does not mean that the monsoon has withdrawn from India. It is a temporary phase during the southwest monsoon season when rainfall decreases considerably over large parts of the principal monsoon zone, particularly central and plains regions of India. During a break phase, the monsoon trough may shift considerably northward towards the foothills of the Himalayas. As the monsoon trough shifts northward, rainfall over large parts of central India and the plains may decrease, while rainfall along the Himalayan foothills and over northeastern India may increase. A monsoon break should therefore not be understood as the complete absence of rainfall. It primarily represents a spatial redistribution of monsoonal rainfall. During break conditions, very heavy rainfall along the Himalayan foothills may increase the risk of floods and landslides in vulnerable parts of Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, northern Bihar, northern West Bengal and northeastern India. Rainfall may also continue over some parts of the western coast during a monsoon break. Thus, a break does not produce uniformly dry conditions throughout India. A short break may have only a limited agricultural impact. A prolonged break, however, can reduce soil moisture in rain-fed agricultural regions and adversely affect the growth of kharif crops. The repeated alternation between active and break phases within a monsoon season is known as intraseasonal variability. Understanding this variability is as important as understanding the total seasonal rainfall. Prolonged breaks during the core monsoon months of July and August may contribute to rainfall deficiency, while persistent active phases can increase the probability of floods and extreme rainfall events. Withdrawal of the monsoon is fundamentally different from a monsoon break. A break is temporary and may be followed by renewed monsoonal activity, whereas withdrawal represents the seasonal termination of the southwest monsoon over a particular region. Monsoon withdrawal normally begins from northwestern India, as temperatures begin to decline during September and the monsoonal circulation gradually weakens. The withdrawal process is associated with a sustained reduction in rainfall, establishment of anticyclonic circulation in the lower troposphere and a marked decline in atmospheric moisture. According to the revised normal schedule used by the India Meteorological Department, withdrawal from northwestern India normally begins around 17 September. The actual date varies from year to year. The broad sequence of withdrawal is roughly opposite to that of onset. The monsoon retreats from northwestern India and progressively withdraws from northern, central and peninsular parts of the country. Withdrawal is generally slower and more gradual than the onset of the monsoon. It may take several weeks for the southwest monsoon to retreat from different parts of India. During late September and October, clearer skies, declining humidity and reduced rainfall become important signs of monsoon withdrawal over northern and northwestern India. During October, daytime temperatures may remain relatively high even as moisture from the preceding rainy season persists. The uncomfortable combination of high temperature and humidity is commonly referred to as October heat. As the southwest monsoon retreats, the prevailing wind circulation gradually changes and northeasterly winds begin to establish themselves over the southern peninsula. While crossing the Bay of Bengal, these northeasterly winds can acquire considerable moisture. Consequently, Tamil Nadu and the southeastern coast of peninsular India receive significant rainfall during October to December. For Tamil Nadu, therefore, the withdrawal of the southwest monsoon does not simply represent the beginning of a dry season. The transition helps establish conditions favorable for the northeast monsoon rainfall. Cyclonic circulations, depressions and tropical cyclones may develop over the Bay of Bengal during the retreating monsoon season. These systems can produce heavy rainfall over Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Orissa and other parts of the eastern coast. By around the middle of October, the southwest monsoon has normally withdrawn from much of northern and central India, with the withdrawal progressing towards southern peninsular India during the latter part of October. The complete withdrawal of the southwest monsoon from India and the establishment of the northeast monsoon over the southern peninsula are closely related seasonal transition processes. Monsoon onset, active phases, breaks and withdrawal are not mechanical events governed by a fixed calendar. Sea surface temperatures, land-sea thermal contrast, the position of the monsoon trough, low pressure systems, atmospheric circulation and intraseasonal oscillations influence their timing and intensity. The Madden-Julian oscillation can influence active and weak phases of the Indian monsoon. A favorable phase may enhance convection and rainfall, whereas an unfavorable phase may suppress monsoonal activity. Ocean atmosphere phenomena such as El Niño and La Niña influence the broader background of the Indian monsoon, but their onset, break or withdrawal in any particular year cannot be determined solely on their basis. The Indian Ocean dipole can also modify monsoon conditions by influencing sea surface temperature patterns and atmospheric circulation over the Indian Ocean. A delayed monsoon onset can have an important agricultural impact, particularly on sowing operations. In rain-fed regions, farmers often wait for adequate and sustained monsoonal rainfall before sowing kharif crops. Timely monsoon onset alone does not guarantee agricultural success. If a prolonged break occurs soon after sowing, seed germination and the early growth of crops may be adversely affected. Similarly, a delayed withdrawal can increase soil moisture and water availability in some regions, but excessive rainfall near harvest time may damage standing crops and harvested produce. The timing of monsoon onset and withdrawal is important for reservoir management, hydropower generation, irrigation planning, urban water supply and drought assessment. Forecasting monsoon breaks is particularly important for agricultural advisories, as farmers can adjust irrigation, fertilizer application and crop management according to expected rainfall conditions. From the perspective of disaster management, active phases, breaks and withdrawal are all important. Active phases may produce widespread floods and landslides, prolonged breaks may contribute to agricultural drought, while the withdrawal season may bring cyclonic rainfall to the eastern coast. For examinations, monsoon onset should not be remembered merely as 1 June over Kerala, withdrawal merely as a September phenomenon, or a break merely as a stoppage of rainfall. Their relationship with the monsoon trough, atmospheric circulation, spatial redistribution of rainfall and agricultural impacts is more important. The essential distinction is clear. Onset represents the establishment of moist southwesterly circulation and organized monsoonal rainfall. A monsoon break represents a temporary reduction and redistribution of rainfall within an ongoing monsoon season, while withdrawal represents the gradual weakening and seasonal rate of the southwest monsoon. Thank you very much for joining us. For more useful study material, please like and share this video, and subscribe to the Pariksha Academy channel.